Every major e-commerce platform operating today is built around a single structural bias. It serves the seller's logistical needs, not the buyer's outcomes. Giants like Amazon, Zepto, and Blinkit are engaged in a race for speed. They optimize their infrastructure strictly for rapid inventory clearance, 10-minute delivery windows, and maximizing the immediate value of every transaction. This leaves the consumer to shoulder the cognitive load. Filling a standard urban grocery basket requires choosing between 40 to 80 distinct SKUs, forcing families to navigate hundreds of options with zero personalized context. Hidden inside that overwhelming shelf space is a massive marketing tax. The top brands in categories like oils and cereals spend between 15 and 25% of their total revenue simply to dominate search results through paid placements. Because product discovery operates on a pay-to-play model, a household searching for diabetic-friendly food receives recommendations optimized for the platform's profit margins rather than the family's health trajectory. Legacy marketplaces solved the physics of 10-minute delivery, but in the process, they broke the mechanism for consumer trust in product discovery. That logistical advantage is facing a macroeconomic headwind in India. The Open Network for Digital Commerce is dismantling the vertically integrated monopolies. ONDC unbundles the e-commerce stack, isolating buyer, seller, and logistics into distinct nodes. Warehousing and rapid delivery become an open utility any platform can plug into. The strategic high ground shifts to the intelligence layer, the exact moment a consumer figures out what to buy. Competing with legacy giants on warehouse capacity and delivery fleets is a capital-intensive trap for new entrants. The highest margin, most defensible business in the next decade of digital commerce belongs to whoever owns the buyer's decision. Emerging AI shopping assistants attempt to occupy this intelligence layer, but face a critical vulnerability, earning a flood of affiliate revenue on the recommended products. When an AI algorithm relies on affiliate links for survival, its logic degrades. It begins to suffer from the same biased, sponsored search fatigue that plagues legacy search bars. OnlyDBest solves this conflict through hard-coded architecture, ensuring internal logic cannot be compromised by commercial incentives. It starts with the Hermes framework. This is an open-source intelligence layer entirely responsible for generating a product's trust score. The score uses strict ingredient analysis, benchmarked directly against ICMR guidelines and verified by community validation. Because Hermes is open source, the methodology remains publicly auditable, satisfying India's DPDP Act. On the proprietary side sits the Commerce Agent, which handles ONDC execution and generates revenue through transparent merchant monetization, known as sponsored discovery. These merchant partnerships and sponsored placements are visually isolated on the user interface, explicitly separated from organic trust score rankings. The architecture enforces a strict rule. The Commerce Agent physically cannot write to or alter the trust agent's scoring function. True buyer alignment is mathematically impossible without isolating the scoring logic from the commercial revenue. An AI assistant is typically only as useful as its contextual memory, meaning adoption stalls on day one if the system requires months of historical data to offer a relevant suggestion. OnlyDBest bypasses this with a frictionless WhatsApp entry point. A user uploads a photo of their grocery receipt and receives actionable data in under 60 seconds. The AI instantly cross-references the scanned items against a pre-built product knowledge graph containing over 10,000 fully scored items. It immediately returns specific outputs, calculating the exact brand premium waste the user paid and flagging hidden health risks lurking in their current basket. The system then maps those suboptimal purchases directly to cheaper, healthier local alternatives available for immediate order via ONDC. Delivering instant financial and health ROI on the very first interaction proves the platform's value, earning the right to gather the long-term data required for true personalized orchestration. The underlying large language models powering this system are commodity tech. They will inevitably become cheaper and faster for everyone. The Hermes orchestration framework itself is deliberately given away as an open-source public good. This line graph maps the platform's true proprietary moat, a compounding first-party data asset. This household consumption graph aggregates intelligence, mapping a family's chronic health conditions against actual purchase behaviors. It tracks price sensitivity thresholds and local brand adoption, measuring the exact gap between a family's stated health goals and their actual cart checkouts. Anyone can build a shopping chatbot. No competitor, including Amazon, possesses a localized dataset connecting detailed health trajectories directly to grocery receipts. To reach that scale, the platform operates entirely through WhatsApp. This eliminates app download abandonment and removes friction from the onboarding process. This frictionless distribution drives customer acquisition costs down to between 150 and 300 rupees per household. Against a steady transaction volume, this generates exceptional unit economics, an LTV to CAC ratio peaking at 58:1. The Year 5 conservative target is a penetration rate of just 4% of the addressable urban market. That equates to 1 million active households. At 1 million households, the platform influences 24,000 crore rupees in annual gross merchandise value. The unit economics mathematically prove the viability of a buyer-side platform operating efficiently at venture scale. This block chart details the final revenue progression. Capturing transaction commissions and merchant SaaS fees is only the baseline of the model. The very largest block is B2B monetization. The anonymized household consumption graph provides FMCG conglomerates with granular product development insights based on real localized dietary shifts. Healthcare and insurance providers utilize this same intelligence to construct accurate preventive underwriting models based on actual consumption data. This lucrative B2B revenue stream exists strictly because the open-source Hermes firewall builds enough trust to gather the data in the first place. In modern Indian commerce, the highest strategic leverage is found at the moment of decision, rather than the speed of the delivery warehouse. Commerce platforms own products. Logistics companies own delivery. OnlyDBest owns the decision. By building the foundational intelligence layer, OnlyDBest forces every marketplace to answer to the buyer.